I want it over how many years that they've cheated. If that doesn't happen, I'm never ever going to go to a Man City game again. Never ever.
Really going to affect it.
It don't affect them, but I tell you what, I don't want to be spending my money watching a team that's cheated.
Going off the way we played that game, if you could only go off the last time we played them, City win.
Oh, I think I've gone a bit high.
I had 87
I thought you had more wins than me. Yeah, I think I've gone a bit high there.
And the results are in. We are about to find out who wins the title. I think what it's showing is that City have no margin for error. Welcome people and welcome along to another Fourever Arsenal. We've got Jack in the building, Curtis, C Unit is here, and we've got L Unit. Lee Judges in the building. Guys, it's an international break. We're going to do something a bit different with the show today, because what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all of Arsenal's fixtures, and we're going to look at all of Manchester City's fixtures. We're going to compare them, we're going to go through them, and by the end of this show, based on what we're saying, you're going to know who's going to win the league. Yeah? It's getting a bit jittery after the Carabao Cup final, the way in which we lost everywhere, and I'm sure it's been the same for you guys. Everybody's been walking this week. People are saying, hey, you know what? Boy, you lot might bottle it. The bottle's on. Look how City dispatched of you so easily. It's happening. Is the word I keep hearing people say. Like opposition fans. That's what I keep hearing them saying. It's happening. It's happening. You guys are going to bottle it again. We're going to find out by going through the fixtures. Is it happening? Are Arsenal going to win it? Are City going to go on another one of them unreal runs and do us? This is what we're going to, by the end of this show, according to us, is what you're going to find out, right? So you've got to keep it locked here. First of all, how's everyone been? How's everyone been getting on?
Yeah, getting over it a little bit now. A couple of things. This is dusted down a little bit. I'm a little bit more Carabao. A couple of people have brought up some good points that have sort of made me think about it and all that. And one of them was...
What, excuses?
No, not excuses, because I don't think there is any excuses. You've got to beat them well and truly. But it is true what my mate Adrian said, look at the way Pep's won multiple things, titles, Premier Leagues, Champions League. Look how he celebrated, look how he was in that League Cup, animated he was and all that. What does that tell you? Tells you, he feels the threat. You know what I mean? So I understand that a little bit, and he done a number on Arteta. I don't think anybody can say that he didn't. It was a masterclass when you look at it tactically. He sussed us. Would they be able to do that set up if Raya was in goal? That we'll have to wait and see if they do. But it definitely got one over him tactically. I don't think Arteta had an answer for it, and we have to accept that they were the better on the day and move on. And the most important thing for me is I don't feel that because they won that game that it changes anything. I think if we'd have won that game, would it have changed anything? I don't think so. So I look at it from that point of view. This
is the manner, though.
It is the manner. It is the manner, but in the manner of it, there, Raya is a very, very important part of the cog for what we do. We had players missing. They had players missing. I don't think that. I'd be very surprised if both teams set up in the Premier League game that way. And at the end of the day, it's a one-on-one clash. They won it, deservedly so, and got the upper hand. But, it's a completely different competition, the completely different game, circumstances, everything like that. So, yeah, listen, it's been hard to take. But I can't believe the meltdown. I've got to say, big up to Christian. I see something that he put up there, when Man City lost to to Real Madrid. Oh, well, they lost to Real Madrid. When Arsenal lose, it's such a big deal, you know what I mean? We got done on the day by the better team. It happens in football. It happens every single day in football, whether it be in Scotland, Spain, England, wherever. But when Arsenal have lost this game, the complete and utter, it's like, we've bottled it, this and that. I don't understand that. Yeah, we lost a game of football to the better team on the day. That's the end of it, as far as I'm concerned. We move on.
I mean, yeah, I've calmed down slightly. I think the international break has come at a good time, you know, just to settle the mood. I am still annoyed with what happened because, you know, I feel like I just think we could have done more to stop that from happening. You know, when I watched back the highlights, I just thought, why did Mikel not adapt that second half? Do you know what I mean? I still can't believe Nketiah came out after half time. But I think Lee's right. It's like, we can't dwell on it. Nothing's going to change now. The only thing I would say, I do think that does slightly change the league game. Because I do just think that it's given City that little bit of, we are still maybe better than these, you know what I mean? And having to go to the Etihad is probably harder than going to Wembley. So they're going to have to show some bounce back ability when they go back after the break. But like you said on the last show, they have bounced back before from previous results. So they're going to have to do it again. But yeah, it was... do you know what? Before that final, I was sort of sitting here thinking, we could win multiple trophies here. I wasn't talking about quads, but I was thinking we could maybe get 2. I'm now going, just get out with the league, man. You know what I mean? Whatever goes wrong with it, just grab that league and run out of there, man. So, yeah, I'm a little bit changed. But
yeah, and then we're hearing now
Eze out for a month.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Odegaard's on the men, they reckon could be back after.
Have you met Eze?
Have I met Eze? you know the worst thing is I have as well. Big up Akinfenwa again. But what can I say? You guys say you're over it a little bit now. I think I'm over the result, over it, but I'm still sat here thinking about Shirky. I can't lie, that's rattled me so much. And I saw Big Steve in the comments of one of our clips that went out, me and Lee having a go at Shirky, saying like, "Oh, mate, we're going to do even more at the Etihad." And I don't know, I still can't get over the fact someone did kick up 70 minutes into a
Might regret that though.
But yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm like, surely, I know Lee was saying like, surely. You see, remember when Ivan Toney did that tweet about nice kick about with the boys or whatever?
Yeah, they do remember it, these players.
That should be the team talks, shouldn't it?
The team talks got to be, look, these guys don't rate you. These guys don't rate you. You've got show Nketiah that clip of what Semenyo said, and look, this guy thinks you're awful. He's giving you the runaround. Go show him today that I'm a serious player, and if he does play anyway, but. Yeah, in terms of international break, I'm pretty happy we have it now. It's a good time to just, not think about Arsenal for a bit. Let them recoup. I see Rice and Saka have got a bit of a break. They're only joining up for the second game for England, which is good. We seem to have pulled out.
Gabriel's pulled out.
Yeah, we seem to have pulled out. We took a leaf out of Fergie's book, didn't we? And we've pulled all our players out. Saliba's pulled out. Trossard's out. Odegaard's out. Saka and Rice are joining up late. Gabriel's out. So hopefully the players have a bit of a rest. Timber's out as well.
Let's hope they're just out for these.
Yeah, I know,
I'm hoping
they're struggling with injuries, aren't they? Saliba was out before this. They are genuine. Trossard's only just come back, you know what I mean? So, you know, Eze's been out injured.
Those games like Brazil playing France in America. Yeah. So they'd be long travelling. So I'm glad they pulled out of those. You know, with the final, this is one thing I have been analysing it a bit more, right? And I do think it will be harder at City, and it does give them a real lift. But I also looked on it more. I've analysed it more, and I'm like, the goalkeeping thing was huge, you know. Not just the mistake, but the distribution, how long he took, right? So like. The way they had those 4 just camped on the edge of the box, right? He could have found people. I remember Ben White standing inside going like this. He took so long to find people because his distribution was so poor that really affected the way we were playing. And I'm just like, with Reyes in, it will be a lot different distribution-wise. And there's going to be there'll be some little changes. And listen, I'm not even over-blaming him because this guy's hardly played. So it's a bit different for him. He don't want to make a mistake passing it through lines or whatever. But I just feel that second game is going to be a lot different, and it's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy because of what's happened, and it's why we want to do this show now. We want to have a look and compare and see how this thing could pan out, because I was looking at it. It's very interesting. You know, I mean, City fans are. I did something with a City fan on Monday at Sky. Bloody hell, mate! I'll tell you, they're back on it. They're feeling themselves. You know what I mean? So I really want to win this league over them, because now all of a sudden they have got a chink. They are seeing a chink. They are starting to use the B word. You know what I mean? Bottle, right? And I'm listen. Could you imagine if we didn't win it?
Well, have you seen the stuff about I see there's a couple rumours that perhaps we might be seeing the end of the 115 charges sooner than we think. There's quite a lot going on.
I saw that the other day,
hours.
yeah. I saw that the other day.
What do you guys think? Would you rather they take, so the rumour is it's a big points deduction. That's what is sort of coming to a close
Yeah, I saw
now.
that.
People are saying it's a big points deduction. I see people discussing online. Would you have them take the points deduction this week, take it, 60 points, they're right at the bottom, relegation fight, but everyone's going to be like, you only won the league because City got a points deduction. If they didn't get that you wouldn't have won it. You would have bottled it. Or would you rather have it next season and then we win this purely on football this season? Or would you rather just get the league? Don't care. Rather
Listen,
have the league.
I think that for me personally, I don't want it this season. I want it like, you know, well, we might win it, but it might save Spurs from relegation. So I don't want that. Right, and what I want when they say points deduction, I want like, I don't want it to just be 30 points and that's the end of it. Like I want it 30 points for every year that they've cheated.
Yep.
Every single year that they've cheated, I want 30 points or 20 points or 10 points. So if they've got 600 points, they do that over the years. Not just relegate them and that's it. Like I want it over how many years that they've cheated. And that's what I want, like, you know what I mean? And I can tell you this now, right? If that doesn't happen, and they just that, I'm never ever going to go to a Man City game again. Never ever. I'll tell you why, because it's for me.
That's really going to affect it.
That's going to be devastating.
It don't affect them, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to be spending my money watching a team that's cheated.
What about Chelsea though?
So they're the same as them. Chelsea still got more to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're waiting to see on that. Like, but if they get away with it.
Chelsea have got away with it.
Chelsea at the moment have got. They've still got another lot to come yet, Rob. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, and I will say this with Chelsea at this moment in time, the reason they've got off it is because it's a different set of owners. Like if it was the same owner, they wouldn't have got away with it. Let's get that.
No, the only reason they got away is because they handed in all the.
Yeah.
They admitted it, right?
Yeah,
they said, since we've taken over the club, we've discovered this.
Yeah.
But to me, it's an asterisk. I said it the other day. A load of Chelsea fans are coming at me, but that's facts, right?
Well, I'll never look at them the same, Rob.
To me, if they got the points deduction even now, they're going to appeal against it anyway, aren't they? Yeah. Right. So. It wouldn't happen straight away. So, man, get him if he's now, get him whatever they get.
What do you think's fair then for them? What do you actually? That's where I.
I've looked at, like, to me, if it's true, and they haven't done what Chelsea have done, because you can say with Chelsea, they, like you said, different ownership. They're like, nah, this was going on, man, and they didn't. Their one is alleged by the way. Their ones, they've hid everything, and they lied. That's a completely different. If those are found, you've got to be relegated, isn't it? You've got to drop divisions. Because if you've used deceit to win all of those I don't know about this thing about taking things away. I don't think, you know what I mean, but
yeah, because I wouldn't want a title that we didn't.
Yeah.
Like, would you take a title where we finished second and they won it? You wouldn't want that.
No, the last two.
Listen, it ain't going to mean nothing. But
Yeah.
But take back the title.
The last two that we've come runners up in, right? I don't want them. You know what I mean? But I don't want them to have them. So what should happen is, like, you know, we don't have them.
There's no winner that year.
You just
No,
get
but then really and truly, listen. Really and truly, we should have them. Like that one, that year we missed out 2 points.
Yeah, but we had never celebrated it or whatever like that.
No, it don't matter that we don't celebrate, but it's ours. It's not yours.
I don't know,
but I think they should be. I think if it's proven to be true, they should be relegated down. You've got to drop down a league, man.
My problem with that.
Two.
My problem with that is they have one season in the Championship, then they come up, right, and then they'll be back to where they are. I don't
think
No, you wouldn't.
They
You
wouldn't be able to.
You'd lose
half their
a lot of
players,
revenue.
PSL.
You lose it, like it would be. I think that's the type of punishment you should get, because then remember with Juventus, they've came back. They've never been the same. Juventus. Juventus were the all-conquering team in Italy. They went down those divisions. They've come back. They've never been the same. It takes you, sometimes you don't just go down and come back and bounce right back to the top. It takes a period of time.
Every year they've cheated.
You know what? I'd be very surprised if they got severe punishment, just because the way the Premier League is ran, it's almost like a business, isn't it? And I think them big heads will be sitting there going, City are bringing in a lot of revenue, Pep's there. If we relegate them, you're taking. I just can't see them.
Yeah.
I reckon
it's a bad look for the Premier League.
It's a bad look
but
for the
it is the Premier League who's bought this action.
Yeah,
that's the interesting thing. And you can also look on it and say to yourself, if City get off with it, it's very, very embarrassing for the people who run the Premier League. They'll probably have to resign.
Well, Everton and Nottingham Forest will be banging on the door.
No, but I'm saying that the guys who bought the action, I think they'd have to resign, wouldn't they? Like, you bought all this action against Man City, it's dragged on for all these years, and you lose, they surely got to go. So, it's going to be really interesting to see.
In Europe, when they were saying, they're going to get banned from Europe.
Yeah.
And they turned up that day with about 30 lawyers, and they just got a 20 million euro fine.
But they only got lucky with that one because it was the time had run out.
Yeah, okay.
In which because I think the Europe one, that's when they would really have gone after them. But
the signs are there. I don't know if you've seen Rodri this morning. It's coming out saying, well, you can't say no to Real Madrid. I know I played for Atletico Madrid, but if Real Madrid came calling, I'd have to go. And you got the rumours about Pep, might be his last season. So if they want to jump ship, that's fine by me. I wouldn't mind, if Semenyo wants to change his mind and come join us now, fair play. But yeah, send them down, man. Send them down.
All right, forget all that. Being all that for a minute, let's just assume they're not going to go down. Let's just assume that no charges ain't going to come into play between now and the end of the season, right? It's us versus them. It's clear to see now. We currently sit on 70 points, played 31 games, a goal difference of 39. Manchester City, 61 points, 9 points behind, but they've only played 30 games, have got a game in hand. Goal difference of 32. As boring as Arsenal have been this season and awful and terrible, we've got a better goal difference than Manchester City. Ours is 39. That could be significant.
Yeah.
If it's really, really tight. So let's run through the games, and then I'm going to ask you guys to predict. And I want you to be honest in your predictions, right? It's going to be either a win, a loss, or a draw.
Can't wait for his prediction at the Etihad, by the way.
Right. Let's start off. I'll go like game compared to game. And obviously, we'll have to probably come back to the Palace one because we've got no date yet on when that game's going to be played. But that's the game in hand that they've got, the Crystal Palace game, right? And also, maybe you guys might want to factor in the fact that we've got Champions League games.
They don't.
Right? They don't. So we have like games where in between, for instance, we've got to play Sporting, then we've got to go and play Bournemouth. They don't have that. They've got clear weeks now, right? So
we play on a Wednesday. Is that right? We play on a Wednesday and then we have them on a Sunday. We play Sporting on the Wednesday.
Yeah, we've got the FA Cup as well, haven't we?
Yes, that's the FA Cup first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then it's
Sporting away.
Sporting away. Then it's Bournemouth. Then it's Sporting away at home, and then
Yep.
So like they've got a week free where we haven't.
Yeah.
Right. So factor those things in, guys, when you're doing it, right? So Bournemouth at home, Jack.
You know what? I think this is our toughest game left. You might laugh. I've seen the fixtures, but I think Bournemouth are on the longest unbeaten run. I think a lot of draws.
11 games.
Yeah, 11 games unbeaten, a lot of draws. But some of the draws against decent teams. And
Were we the team that beat them last?
Last season
beat them. So, last season they beat us as well. Could be a bit tough for us. But if I was to predict, purely because if we were away, I might say we might draw that. But purely the fact we're at home, you'd hope we'd bounce back from the last. I'm going to go 1-0. I think we'll win that 1-0.
So win. You don't have to.
Win.
You don't have to.
We don't need
I don't need the scores because we've saved that for when we do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
win. 3 points.
Right, we know what he wants.
The guys in production.
Not that, Lee. 2-0. Make a note of that. Yeah.
All right, win. Curtis.
Yeah, I reckon we win. It is a tough game, but I saw their form. They've drawn quite a few games lately, Bournemouth. They're not scoring that many. and the fact we're at home as well. And obviously that game is to then put the pressure. I think City play afterwards against Chelsea, don't they? The day after. So I think it'll be close. I think the City game's harder than Bournemouth at home. You can't think that's a harder game than
I was ignoring City as they're separate.
Probably the hardest home game you might be saying.
I think
it's a tricky
game,
one.
yeah.
I think because they're attackers, because they quite play on the front foot, I think we'll pick them off, just about beat them.
Lee?
It's going to be tough because it's in between those two Champions League games, but I think luck of the draw meant that we play on a Tuesday, and then so we're going to have a few days off after that, and then play in the morning. That would have been even worse if we'd playing Wednesday and then Saturday morning. So I think that we'll have enough to get through. Yeah,
I'm going for a win as well. And of course, Manchester City on the same weekend are playing Chelsea away, Lee. Yeah. So let's come to you first on that one. Chelsea been very poor recently. Yeah, I mean, drew at home against Burnley, lost at home against Newcastle, but will the international break give them sort of time to sort of, they're out of the Champions League as well, so will that give them sort of recovery time to sort of get themselves back on track, or is it?
Well, again, they've got Port Vale in the Cup at home first, so that sorted a few things out for them, I think.
Man City, of course, have got a home game against, but it is Liverpool. That'll be.
So that won't be easy. So I look at that and I think to myself that Chelsea do turn up against the better sides, and I think that they will turn up on this game. I don't think that they're good enough to beat Man City, but I think they get a draw. 1-1. Can we say the score?
Leave the scores until
the scores.
It's nothing to do with it.
You can leave the scores until draw. Because nearer the time we may change our opinions based off of factors, right? But we're doing this from now. So you're going for a draw.
Yeah.
I agree with him. I think you got to respect the ball. Gosh,
that's why they might lose.
Do you know what? I think they're under pressure at the moment to even make the Champions League. Yeah. And I agree with Lee. I think some of their best performances have been against. I think they drew with Liverpool at home.
Drew at City.
Drew with us as well in the league game with 10 men.
When they drew with City, it was at the time when they were under a lot of pressure as well, wasn't it? They went there.
Didn't have a manager.
They had loads of injuries.
The coach was in charge, the under 21
that's right.
coach.
And they had a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah. No, I think they'll get a draw. I actually think this. I said this before. If City draw and we beat Bournemouth, I reckon we could be there. Honestly, that would be 11 points with a game in hand. The passport would be getting stamped.
Suit would be back out.
Suit will be back out.
Don't wear that suit again until we're sure.
I won't.
Until we've got to be sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going for a win.
No, I'm going to go.
You're going for a draw.
Score draw.
I'm going to go City win. You know why? No Reece James. And Caicedo suspended now as well. So no Reece James, no Caicedo. So
Caicedo will be suspended for that game?
For that game, yeah. So I'm thinking no Reece James, no Caicedo. Midfield-wise, I just thought, you know what? I thought City looked so strong in midfield against us. I thought Bernardo and Rodri are arguably their best players in that game. And hey, I think because everyone looks at their fixtures and probably points as that one is the one that they would drop, I think they'll use that as like a mentality thing to go, no, we're not going to lose this one. I think they'll win that one. I think City will beat Chelsea.
Yeah, I must admit, I didn't even know Caicedo was that. But the Reece James one is big because he's a very influential player in that team. They could have like an Esteval back or things like that. I don't know, but is that enough? Are they going to show enough to? But then, like Lee said, they are up for these big games. I mean, and it is a tough place when they're up for it for these big games. They've got to get a result if they're going to get into the. They got a lifeline the other day by Liverpool losing when they lost, and they have to start winning games if they're going to get into that top four. If we were going there, I think I'd be thinking in my head it's probably going to be a draw.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. Yeah.
Even as good as a record we got there.
You do love a draw against Chelsea, to be fair, don't you? So we'll give a...
I think I'm going to go for a draw as well. I think this is...
Celebrate a draw.
Always good to get a point.
That would be a draw. Definitely be celebrated.
We can celebrate that one.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. The next weekend after that, That's the big one. Arsenal go and play Manchester City, right? That game is absolutely massive and monumental. They got the upper hand over us at Wembley. Beat us easily, let's be real. But there was no Raya in that game. There was no Timber. There was a lot of players missing. Odegaard could be back for this. Eze could possibly be back for that game. Could possibly. He's out for a month. Remember, there's quite a few games before that. What about this one, guys?
Start me. Yeah, City win. Personally, going off the way we played that game, if you could only go off the last time we played them, and even the home game we struggled. Obviously, we scored in the last minute. They've set up tactically completely different both games as well. First game they played us, they parked the bus, let us have the ball, and sort of said, come and attack us, and we couldn't break them down. Second game, they've done the same thing but further up the pitch. They've said, oh, we're actually not going to press you. We're just going to let you have the ball at the back because we don't think Declan Rice or Zubimendi have the ability to build up from the back, or Kepa, like you said. I think this one...
Did they deploy that because of Kepa?
I think definitely Kepa definitely played a factor into that.
So it might even deploy something different.
It could be different again with Raya, like you said, at the back. But I think we're an emotional team, man, and I think Gary Neville's going to be in his three-piece suit. You're going to have Jamie Carragher in the stands doing the Poznan. You're going to have Sky Sports treating this like a cinema blockbuster game, and I think the emotions might just get a bit to us. I don't think that's the be-all and end-all of if we win.
We haven't lost there for a while, though. At
the Etihad, it's like 2-3 seasons. We haven't won there either, though. Yeah. So obviously, I'll take a draw. I'd bite your hand off for a draw right now. But if you really want my honest opinion, I think we'll lose that game.
Okay.
I think because of the circumstances, I think we don't have to chase it. It's down to them. If they want to put blocks up and let them play blocks and all that. And I think that the game will be tight. But I think at the end of the day, they're going to have to come at us at the end. And I think because of that, they'll give us a couple of chances and win the kick.
You're going to Arsenal win?
I'm going for an Arsenal win.
Wow.
I like that enthusiasm.
What would you be... Actually, no, give me your prediction, then I'll ask this next question about that fixture.
I mean, the way I'm feeling now, it's difficult to not see a City win, I'll be honest with you, because... I mean, the only difference is if we got Raya and Timber back, I think we're a slightly different back four, but...
They were missing players as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they had no centre-backs.
Gahey, Donnarumma.
Yeah. But then if they've just dropped points to Chelsea and then... Do you know what? I'm going to go for a draw. I think we'll just defend. I don't think we'll go there and play on the front foot and beat them. I can't see us winning. I think Arteta will think, I'll take a point and...
Okay.
Maybe stink out the gaff, so I'll go for a draw.
I'm actually going for a draw as well. I don't see us winning it, but I see us holding it. I see even that game the other day was a very tight game, even though when they was on the front foot, it was a very, very tight game until the error by the keeper, which did make all the difference. I see that game being a draw. I think we've gone up there last couple of seasons, and I do think everybody's talking about City and how, because they won that game easily and how they're going to be. I do feel this team, one thing I've seen with them, they bounce back and they will remember a lot of the shenanigans that went on in that cup. They will be so hurt by that. I think you're going to see a very, very motivated Arsenal team, and I think it'll be a draw. I want to get your guys' opinion now on this, right? What should be the mindset of Arsenal and Mikel Arteta going into that game? Is it go and get a draw?
No,
or is the mindset go there, attack and win the game? What should be the mindset of that?
I think if we've beaten Bournemouth, right, and they've lost or drawn to Chelsea, there should be no other thing than to go out there and kill it.
What if it's say they've beaten Chelsea, we've beaten Bournemouth, what would your mindset be? So
you're going to go that way,
what's your mindset going into that?
I still think, be positive and not be in our shell. Don't be afraid to lose a game. Go for it.
Because a draw,
but
in that game, say both those results didn't end up like that. A draw is you still keep the distance.
A little bit like we played Chelsea in the second leg. You know what I mean? We played Chelsea that day, if you remember right. Didn't take no risks, but still took opportunities, and I think that's what we got to do.
Yeah, you've got a. I mean, I'd love to see a Will Tord moment. Do you know what I mean? Because if you go to City and beat them, the title's done, isn't it?
Bit like, remember in Leicester that time when they went there and beat them? That
Mahrez and
that kind of wrapped it, didn't it?
I think, like Lee said, you go there with the intention of winning, but make sure you're solid as well. Because I think any manager that sets up for a draw, you're taking a chance of losing, aren't you? And we saw the other day, if you encourage Man City onto, they get stronger. So I think you've got to go there for the win.
Yeah, same. You've got to go there, even though I don't think we will win. You can't go there and sit and park the bus and play for the draw, because it only takes one mistake, then the whole game plan's out the window. Yeah. At least if we go there and win, and we do lose a 1-0, we can sit back after and go, you know what? I saw us have 15 shots. Donnarumma had a worldie. What can we do? If we go there, have one shot on target, and they've had 15 and beat us 1-0, you're going to sit there and go, well, shock. We've been pinned in and lost yet again. It was almost like that famous game when we drew and we conceded and Haaland did the through the ball at Gabriel. You could feel the goal coming for about 20 minutes, and it was just happened to be in the last second. I don't want to see that again. I'd rather go out of a swing, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
Yeah.
Next game for Arsenal after that, Newcastle at home. Arsenal actually have a lot of home games, more home games than what City have. Newcastle at home.
That could change though, so don't forget.
Is that because of your?
Because if we beat Southampton, that's FA Cup semi-final weekend.
Yeah, but let's just
go for
let's just Newcastle at home, because their one could change as well. Because if they beat Liverpool, they would also have a semi-final that weekend.
Yeah, we could even be playing Man City again. Semi-final.
True. Very true.
Newcastle.
Newcastle got a win the other day at Chelsea. Haven't been great this season. Obviously suffered a really horrible loss in the derby against Sunderland. Deserved to lose that as well. Sunderland with a better team. Haven't been great this season, Newcastle, especially on the road.
To be honest, anybody we're playing at home, I'm predicting a win. Like, I expect us to win every home game.
Yeah.
So you're going with a win?
Yeah, I'm going with a win. It's a close game. Newcastle are dangerous, but I expect a win.
I'm the same. I believe that. Yeah, we'll win that.
They're all going to call me this negative guy and I hate the club and stuff like this. Hey, I'm just giving a prediction.
Yeah, but your prediction.
I think we'll draw. If you want my reasoning behind, we think we'll draw. If you go back the past couple of seasons, Newcastle have caused us trouble at home. I remember that game where Jesus started up front and had about 15 shots and couldn't hit a barn door. And I think Newcastle, where they are in the league, they've not really got much to play for. I think they're too far away from Europe spots. Then they're extremely safe from relegation. They're sort of looking at that, 9th to 11th spot. And if you look at their team, if you look at their 11, if they turn up on the day and just want to park the bus, if they come and go, oh, we'll take a point. If you look at the quality of their players, obviously this season, a lot of them haven't been up to standards. You look at Joelinton, maybe Tonali and stuff, haven't played to maybe the best of their abilities. But if they do turn up, I think they're one of the teams that are good in a low block. You look at Dan Burn and Tonali and Joelinton and Bruno Guimaraes, and then you got that Anthony Gordon threat on the counter-attack, Elanga, pace, Olusas, pace. I think that one I think it depends a lot on the City result as well. If we beat City, we might be on a massive high and we just steamroll the rest of the league. But if I'm going off the back of I think we'll lose to City, I think we'll draw that game.
Yeah, I think we'll beat Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle are what they were last year.
They're definitely not.
And let's be real, right? We've had a lot of teams come and put in the low block, and they're not going to do it better than what Everton did it. And we beat them. You know what I mean? It was close, but I don't see, they concede loads of goals, Newcastle, don't they? They're I don't even know if they'll do a low block because they've just not been. Their defence has just been so poor. So I'm going for an Arsenal win. Their game, Man City, away against Burnley.
Yeah, City win it. Burnley.
Yeah, City win.
City win. All right. City's next. We'll go straight to City. City's because we now get into May. City's next game away at Everton. Lee. Everton. Ooh. That's a toughie. Everton. It's a toughie. It's a toughie. Everton as well. You know, to be fair to them, you know what I mean, they're looking at Europe right now. Yeah. I mean, whether it be they could get into the Europa League, whether it's their Conference League, but they're set well and they're playing well.
I think Everton. If Everton carry on the way that they're going, I think they get a draw. Everton. That's a tough place to go in at the moment. You know, I think they give us the toughest game this season, bar Man City in the Cup. I think that was a tough game. They've just gone and destroyed Chelsea. They've got no cup football next week, like, you know what I mean, and they've got a couple of like games. They could actually, their incentives, they've got 2 incentives to get to Europe and get above Liverpool. Mm-hmm. And I think that they've got a chance. So I think that would probably be City's toughest game.
Okay.
I think City win. I think it'll be a close win, but Everton are playing well and they are tough to beat, but I just think City will have too much for them in attack, a little bit.
Gonna back Leah. I'm gonna go with a draw. I think looking at them, Everton, and once again throwing up these historic fixtures, I just remember the game where they did have a draw and Rodri got away with that handball that was the most blatant handball I've ever seen. And like Lee said, I think the possibility of Everton finishing above Liverpool this season off the back of them winning the league has got to be motivation for them. David Moyes, him and Arteta have got that friendship. He owes Arteta a favour. I'll go draw.
I can see that being a draw as well, because I just think, listen, way I'm even viewing some of these fixtures, I'm like, if that was us going there, I'd be full of fear for that game, because that is easily the type of game you could get a draw. We just about squeezed the 1-0 win. Yep. And that was before they started hitting form at home. Because remember, they were being good on the road. But the last few weeks now, they've got the home thing together as well. And their fans are right up for it. I think that's a tough game. I obviously, you know, playing Arsenal for City, that's probably their next hardest game to go away there. That same weekend, we're at home against Fulham.
Yeah, win. Although I don't think it'll be an easy win. Fulham are decent and also fighting for European places, I believe.
Yep.
But you'd hope, you know, Smith Rowe, etc. You know, don't do a Theo Walcott and end our dreams like you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remember that.
Just give us a chance, I think we'll win that one.
Yeah, half their team are our ex-players, aren't they? You know what I mean? And you've seen them on the coach.
Yeah, celebrating
our goals, doing the Jokeres celebration. They're a dangerous team because they're kind of free-flowing, but I think we'll beat them. Close win.
Lee?
Yeah, if my calculations work out and what I've said it is, we win that and that's it. Title done.
Right.
What did you think about Everton?
You go for a win. Oh, Everton, I said a draw. Sorry, no, Everton,
Man City.
Man City, draw. I think that'd be a draw.
Yeah.
That'd be a draw.
And then Arsenal, Fulham. What do you think?
Arsenal, Fulham, I think Arsenal will beat Fulham at home.
Again,
I would have been nervy away at home, even though they did come and beat us. They beat us at home a couple of seasons ago.
And we dropped points away as well. Remember that Saka last minute that got disallowed?
Yeah. Well, talking of that, next game after that for Arsenal, away at West Ham. West Ham fighting for their lives. Remember that season we went there? That was a crucial game, innit? Saka missed the penalty, it ended up being a draw.
Party trying to do kick-ups.
This ain't an easy game, guys.
Points dropped.
You think?
Yeah. Especially if we won it by then, because my calculations we're going down. We're going to West Ham. I'm pulling my pants down and doing what Spurs have done for us and Manchester City for so many years, cheering on City with an half and half scarf.
Want West Ham to relegate Tom.
West Ham will get something from that game. I think a draw. If we've won the league by then,
that's the thing. There's a lot that's based on momentum and
if
stuff.
we've won the league, you could see us. But if we're still fighting for the league,
still fighting for it, I still even think if we're still fighting for it, it'd be a draw.
I'll go Arsenal win. I think we'll scrape past them. They're not great defensively. Even that City game, they dominated. I think we'll scrape past them. But it's a very hard game. They're well organised.
We had a good record over them past couple of. Actually, gone there and smashed them to pieces. The last couple of seasons.
It in top corner.
I think it's based on what happens the games before. If we're going into that game with a comfortable lead at the top and we're sort of 6-7 points clear, I generally wouldn't mind. I'll stick a Declan Rice West Ham shirt on in the crowd or something and cheer him on.
But according to your predictions so far, we're not. So
that's true.
So what are you going for?
Yeah, I think we'll beat them. I don't think they're great. I think they're going to be up for a fight. I don't think we're going to put 6 past them again. But I think we'll win them. I think we've got the quality.
Yeah, I'm going to go for an Arsenal win in that game. Tight game. I think it would be a tight game, but you know, we'd have enough to beat West Ham. I think we've been done well there last few seasons. So you know, that same weekend, City, Brentford at home.
City.
City.
Yeah,
Easy
City.
one. If it was away, maybe I could see something. But at home,
Yeah, I think you got to go for City at home. Although Brentford, they'll throw up probably, and they could be going for something as well. Remember,
Champions League.
They could be
Champions League. They're not far off.
Based off of where we are now, you know, they could be going for that. But right now, you'd have to go that they wouldn't win that game. All right, we stay on City. Their next game, Curtis, I'll go to you first. They're away at Bournemouth.
That's an interesting one, because Bournemouth, they got goals in them, but again, I think City will have a bit too much Semenyo. As they concede a lot as well, Bournemouth. That's the part. I think it'll be a hard-fought win for City, I think.
Yeah, City win. I think it could be like a 3-2. I think there'll be goals in the game.
Tough place to go, Bournemouth, man. Like you said, they've been on a great run. They've not been. You know, we know. You go there, it's a hard game. They've got quality.
Yeah, I just think even with the added stuff of Semenyo going back and stuff, there's always them little storylines, and I think City will win that.
Yeah, City just win that one. Yeah, tough though, but they win it.
Tough. I think this is a game that could potentially be a draw as well for City. I think it's another tough one for them, but you'd have to go City win in this one. Right. Arsenal, that same weekend, have got Burnley at home.
Surely.
I'm loving that game, because I'm hoping it's one of them games we can have a breather a little bit, because all them other games feel like tight victories.
Burnley probably relegated by then.
Yeah.
Again, might not be playing that game, because that is a cup final date. If we're in a cup
FA
final,
Cup final.
you would have
Possibly.
to change that around.
But
I think we'll beat Burnley comfortably. I think out of all the fixtures, that's
the
the one
easiest
I
game,
expect.
yeah.
That's the
Burnley at
easiest.
home, you'd expect Arsenal.
Yeah, comfortable win.
Comfortable.
All right. Last game of the season, right? Arsenal go away to Crystal Palace. I'm going to ask you ask them as a double. And Manchester City are at home against Aston Villa, who probably be fighting for some sort of Europe place as well, Champions League place.
I think it's dependent, isn't it?
I mean, you'd much rather have Palace, you know, away. They probably have nothing to play for. They could be in a final of a Conference League, maybe even rest players. Who knows?
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, because they haven't been particularly brilliant in that competition. Glasner's last game.
Glasner's going, isn't he?
That, if it does go to the last game, that will be a very interesting, because I think it will put pressure on both teams. But I think both teams just scrape through. But I think, looking at it, Palace away is harder than Villa at home, in my opinion.
I think both teams will win. I just think with Villa, they'll probably be decided by then whether they're in Europe or not. If they're not in Europe, they're shot to pieces.
Might be that's undecided for them.
They could be in the Europa final.
That could be
That's
down.
a good point.
That could be down to the wire.
I think they're favourites or second favourites for the Europa League.
They might be resting players by then. So
yeah, you just don't know. But I
think both teams win that game.
Yeah.
I think both teams win that game as well.
Yeah.
Right. So,
what about the Palace? Did we do the Palace game for City?
we haven't done.
one?
Yeah. Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
The unscheduled game. Palace at home though.
Well, it's at the Etihad, is it?
Yeah, it's at home for Manchester City.
I think City will win.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, Palace still fighting in Europe. I'd hope they're out of it by then, but I don't think they will be. So yeah, I'll go City win.
Be interesting when they fit that game in, especially if City are get to the cup final. There ain't going to be much space, and really silly Palace. If they're in the Conference League as well, keep going into that. There's not going to be a date. Really, I'd imagine that's going to be the week before, a few days before that last game.
We want that game to drag out as long as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could do. It could go just before that in between that last game. So that'd be interesting, So, but Palace, I can't see them going to. They've done it in the past in a few years, but not this one.
Nah. Nah.
Right, we've been doing this right throughout the show, and the results are in. We are about to find out who wins the title this year, according to Lee, Curtis, myself, and Jack the Hat there. Right? Let's start with Lee. We'll go this way first. According to Lee judges, this is how the league is going to end up. Arsenal are going to finish the season on 87 points. Manchester City will have 78 points.
Wow. Lovely.
Which would mean basically we keep that 9-point lead
The whole way, yeah.
and win the title.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
So if we drop points, you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't want to see you biting your teeth outside the ground.
Yeah.
According to Curtis, Manchester City will have 81 points, but will finish in second place, with Arsenal winning the league on 89 points.
Oh, I think I've gone a bit
So
high.
I had 87
I thought
points.
you had more wins than me. Yeah, I think I've gone a bit high there, but I'll take it.
According to me, Arsenal will win the league on 89 points.
So I'm lower than everybody else.
Manchester City in second place on 79. So the swing would be
Even
10 points.
Don't want to trust his predictions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my predictions would be great, to be fair. But somebody who's been getting predictions pretty good has been Jack. And Jack's got it quite close. He's got one team on 86 points
1 and 85.
and one team on 83 points. One team is going to win it by 3 points out of Arsenal and Manchester City. Who do you think he's gone for winning the league, based off of all what he said?
I think like it will be Arsenal just.
You're going Arsenal just. Where are you
Yeah, I
going?
think Arsenal. Yeah.
I mean, I hope
Ask
so.
the man himself. What are you going? What do you think you've gone for?
Well, I hope Arsenal win, but
What do you think you've gone for?
yeah, I reckon Arsenal's done it by 3 points. What's it? Go on, deal the damage. I thought I was pretty realistic. So if we've won it after me being realistic, I'll be very, very confident. If not, it's squeaky bum time. It looks not giving me much hope, is it?
Arsenal have won the league.
Listen, he went very, very down on a lot of
He
that.
did.
Arsenal win it, according to Jack, 86 points. City come second on 83.
Does that not give
very
you confidence,
close.
though?
Yeah, that does, because
Hey,
you've...
And you was quite, you know what I mean,
Put
some
a
of your
few
predictions, you
draws in
predicted that
there.
Newcastle would get a draw against Arsenal, you predicted it City would beat Arsenal and
Beat Chelsea.
you know, and they would beat Chelsea. And with all that, you've literally, because when I look back at what you said in particular, you basically have City winning every game, maybe drawing against Everton and drawing against Newcastle. You've got them winning everything else, including beating Arsenal.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was, you know, but even with that, you still have Arsenal just about getting it done. Curtis, you basically had 2 draws in it. You had a City drawing with Chelsea and drawing with Arsenal, but then you have City win. You know, you have Arsenal winning practically every game.
Yeah, I might have overcooked that slightly, but no, I'll take it.
Yeah, same with me. I don't really have Arsenal losing any games. I just have Arsenal a couple of draws in there, and I also have City drawing against Chelsea and drawing against Everton. I think those 2 games are the 2 tough games. And then obviously Lee, you've gone for Arsenal drawing against West Ham, but you've gone City drawing against Chelsea. But I think what we're seeing here is that gap that we have
crucial.
currently is crucial. And I think what it's showing is that City have no margin for error.
Yeah.
Arsenal actually do have a margin for error, but City don't. And even, you know, they've got to be nigh on absolutely perfect to win the league. That's what.
Exactly. That gap is the difference, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think when you look back at it, it'll probably be that weekend when we beat Everton, and they slipped up against West Ham. I think will be pivotal.
I think the great point you made off camera there was like, because that Palace game is getting pushed back, it's not allowing them to, because if it was coming up and they won and it's 6 before we play them, we're like, oh my days. But because that gap's going to stay there till late in the season, psychologically, I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, there's a nice little cycle. Yeah, cycle. Anything like that can be positive.
Any little edge at this stage, it helps, don't it? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we've all got Arsenal winning the league. You know what I want you guys to do in the comments? I want you to do the same process that we've done. I want, and we'll read some of these next week. Follow the same process that we've done by going through the games, comparing each one, and tell us your points tally at the end of it. So in the comment, show us what you've done, draws and wins for each one, right? You can maybe copy and paste. I'll ask the guys to put into the comments maybe our predictions, and so people could copy and paste it and then put their results in. Show us yours and the points gap of whether you've got Arsenal or Manchester City winning. Would love to see it. But it's been a bit of a different show today, but really, really enjoyed it. And if it all works out like we've all predicted, somewhere along the line, Arsenal win the league. We're going to be back next week. Of course, we're going to be looking forward to the FA Cup. Arsenal taking on Southampton. But guys, enjoy your international break. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you to you, Jack. And thank you to you guys out there. Remember, want to hear from as many of you in the comments as possible. Who's going to win the league? Predict it now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andre from Oxford Natural. If you're looking to make a change, improve metabolism, energy, sleep, take Optimum Day and Optimum Night.
These have helped me so much in my weight loss journey. The Optimum Day helps you with your metabolism burn during the day, and the Optimum Night helps you to have a good night's sleep. These have been brilliant for me. And if you're interested,
take our 90-day challenge.
Click the link in the description and you can get 70% off with your first order.